back at it again. Steering is disconnected. I'm just gonna leave all that on there, I think, until the cab's off, because then I can work with the steering a lot easier. Now I'm working on the doors, because like I said before, I want to make this thing lighter so I can try to hang it from the ceiling. Right now I'm working on taking off the doors, and then I'll continue, you know, getting rid of these seats. I don't think I'll reuse them. They're pretty tattered. I'm gonna do something nice. This is not even secured. A lot of it just needs to be completely redone and rewired. So I got one mirror off already. I need to take that mirror off, and then I'll work on, I think I'm just gonna leave everything in the door intact, because that'll be more of a later on project, just redoing all the door stuff. So hopefully, yeah, it's everything. And say everything, I mean everything needs to be redone. But if I can just leave the door intact, I don't have to figure out, I don't have to store more parts individually, because I already am running out of room with that. I also need to go through this pile and decide what I'm gonna keep versus what's garbage, what's gonna get replaced. So yeah, I'm gonna take the hinges off from here. Probably get this one up high first, because these two I can get with an impact, and these three I can get with an impact, and then I can just lift the door off. Okay, I got the door almost ready to pull. That one's removed. The one I couldn't get to with the impact is removed. I just got these two left. Now, I'm only a one-man show, and these bolts are super seized, so it's kind of hard. I mean, it's not hard with the impact, but I gotta push, so I'm gonna try to use the rope to hold the door up while I took those last two out. It's just tied up. I mean, it's just wrapped around, but it ain't going anywhere. So either this will work great, or the door is gonna fall and get dents or break the glass or something. We're about to find out though. I'm gonna set up the camera, so if something does go wrong, we get it on footage. Alright, here we go. This works. I need an extension too. Alright, chrome socket, chrome adapter, chrome extension. Good enough for me. Until they break. Let's skip one step. There's some speaker wires that need to be clipped. I cut them because they're old and they need to be redone anyway. Like I said, it's just a set of speaker wires, no big deal. Alright. Look at that. Door's hanging, rope worked. Didn't have to support the weight by myself, just make sure the door doesn't swing around. And I'll just have to lower it and stash it somewhere. And then on to the next one. This door got me a little bit. No big deal. Same thing, I'm just gonna use the rope to try to hold it. Figured this whole video, this one in case this one goes wrong. Hopefully it's just the same as the other one, and it's no big deal. Here we go. side of the door. Well. Is off. Just gotta clear out some of my mess so I can put it on the other side for now. Yeah, that's nice. Glad that went well. And I don't know if I showed this before. I got tied off here. I know I showed that, but I just ran it through a loop. So once I loosen that up, I can just lower the door down. It's super easy. So awesome. About done for the day, but I ended up getting the interior most of the way pulled apart, other than the dash, which is a whole nother can of worms. In fact, there's a fuse box up in there that I'm pretty sure some of the fuses have actually been replaced with 22 shells, so that's cool. This is the fuel tank. I'm thinking about putting a fuel tank on the outside of the truck, a bigger one. Saddle tanks, I'm not sure. But basically so I can get this out of the cab and have some more room to do, I don't know, speakers or something. Plus I just don't, this is an old thing to do, I just don't like the idea of it. But I may still run the fuel hose through the cab just for a second because I kind of like this. This is, you know, you don't see this on anything new. I don't know, I kind of like that. But also pulled the back of the carpet pads a little bit, and it looks pretty good. I was a little worried about floorboards, but it mostly looks like surface rust in there, so that's really good news. The edge of the cab is not bad at all. The worst part is the cab corners, and I don't think this area, let's see, I tilted down too much, but I don't think this area is even bad. Really, it's mostly just the cab corners and then some small stuff like this. But most of the truck is surface rust. Oh, and I forgot, this cab mount is a little rusted out, but that shouldn't be too bad. And you won't be able to see that, so it doesn't have to be perfect, I suppose. Not, you know, buttery smooth. But everything's mostly out of the cab, almost ready to lift off. There's the seats. I do got to disconnect the fuel lines since, again, they run through the cab. But then I think I can raise it up. I still have to deal with that light. I'm not sure if I'm just going to take it out and then use a work light or what, but it's going pretty good. There is some other random things mounted to the bottom of the cab I'll have to deal with. I haven't even identified them or anything. I just seen them when I was pulling the seats out. But anyway, progress, right? Keep this one day at a time. Again, still not rushing anything. I'm having a good time. Really enjoying myself on this one. I mean, obviously I can't wait for it to be done. I think it'll be a really cool truck when it's done. Fun to drive from time to time, but that's not my worry right now. My worry is just to enjoy myself and hopefully keep making better and better content for you guys. So thanks, guys.